Shalom Akim, Shalom Yasharallah. First off, I like to say, Kal Halayim La Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Natan Mashanakabad La Hazakwanyam Shal Yasharallah, Wa Shalawam, Wa Ahab La Bakayar Shal Yasharallah. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, the Heavenly Father, in the name of Yahweh Shai, His only begotten Son. And I want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that are teaching us this truth. You know, I just barely watched a documentary about the Aztecs and how even up to date historians do not know where the Aztecs came from. They don't know, and, you know, they just come up with speculations and ideas, you know, of how they might have emerged. They said they came from caves, that they were cavemen or cave dwellers. You know, and some people say they were Mongoloids and so on and so forth, you know, but they can't come up with one concrete answer. And that concrete answer is given to us by the scriptures, you know, which obviously a lot of people are going to deny just because it is the scriptures, you know. This truth is not for everyone, man. And Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai does not love everyone. You know, He's not going to save everyone, man. He's not here for everyone. You know, Yahweh Shai came not but to the lost sheep of Israel. And who are those lost sheep, man? If they're lost, you know, and this world still likes to say that they're lost, then why is it that finally Yasharallah is starting to rise, man? Kwam Yasharallah, you know, rise Israel. We're starting to rise. Finally, we're starting to understand the scriptures, the real way that you're supposed to read the scriptures, right? Precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. And that's how you're supposed to read the scriptures, man. And these people don't want to read those scriptures. They don't want to go into the Old Testament. They don't want to go into Revelations. They don't want to go into Daniel 7. You know, they don't want to go into the prophecies, man. They don't want to go. They don't even want the Apocrypha, you know. They don't want that hidden knowledge. And that's the truth. Because when you tell it to them, they'll reject it. And if you tell them that they're Israel, they'll reject it, man. They don't want to hear it. Because if you are a child of Israel, it comes with a lot of responsibilities that you have to carry, man. You know, carrying the laws, the statutes, the commandments of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And that's something that these people don't want to do. But in that video that I was watching, you know, after I watched the whole video, there was a lot of parts to it that were really good. Like one of the parts that I heard was that that historian that was talking over the video said, much like the children of Israel, believing themselves to be God's chosen people, the Aztecas, they believe themselves to be anointed, you know, which they call themselves Mexicas, which Mexica goes back to the word Mashiach, and Mashiach means anointed, you know, so they believe themselves to be that bloodline, part of that bloodline, you know, much like the Israelites of the Bible, because they are Israelites, man. You know, so there was a lot of parts in that video that I watched. One of the parts was that there was 3 gods, you know, the head god, the sun, and then they had another god, and this god, they had prophesied about this god coming back. And when this god came back, you know, he was gonna rule over Mexico, or the Mexica. You know, he was gonna rule over the land. And this god had supposedly pale skin and beard, you know. He was real hairy, you know. And going through the scriptures, who does that remind you of? A pale skin and hairy, red and hairy like a garment, man. That's Esau. You know, and the second coming of Esau has come already. You know, the Renaissance, which is the rebirth, came around the 1300s, and about the 1600s is when it ended. You know, which really is still continuing. You know, they're still trying to rebirth, or they're still trying to continue that rebirth. You know, but we see their kingdom going on incline or decline. It's not inclining anymore. You know, it's not going up. It's not flourishing. It's starting to crash. But that was one of the prophecies that man, or that God, you know, because that's what he calls himself. He calls himself a God, right? He likes to be like the Most High. But that man was going to come back. That was his second coming, you know. And whenever it was prophesied that he would come back, he did. He came back that same time that it was prophesied by the Meshikas. And when he came, they accepted him, you know. They accepted him in. And, you know, what he did was he was smooth, he was cunning, he would speak. And eventually they let him in, you know, because the first time they clashed and Esau got his ass whooped. And then when he came back, he persuaded the tribes around him, around the Mashika, and then they attacked the Mashika. You know, he'll turn his own people against him. Those 2/3 siding with Esau, going against the anointed of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You know? So when the Mashika were overtaken by Esau, they went into slavery, you know, which the Mexica were actually named Azteca by the Spaniards, which Az means time and Teca means the people of. So they knew that they were the people of time, which is given unto Issachar. Issachar are the people of time, you know. And as I finished the video, I went down and I started reading, see if anybody had any wisdom, any knowledge to share about this video, you know, any scriptures. And all people posted was just a bunch of hate and saying that, you know, that they were savages. And, you know, even though our people were going off, you know, and they deserved what went to them, because that was judgment from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, you know, much like that, it's going to happen again. But these people didn't understand why it happened, where they came from. They didn't understand anything, man. They just saw that video and started commenting hate. You know, they had no wisdom to share. They had no knowledge. They didn't have anything, man. And it brought to my remembrance Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. And it reads, "My people are destroyed for Salakia, for lack of knowledge," which is exactly why our people are going to be destroyed, because we give them this knowledge, this truth, this understanding, and they reject it. And they see it as folly. They see it as evil. But what do the scriptures say about talking about something good, man? This is the good news. And what does it say about speaking of something that is good as evil? And something that is evil, they speak of it as good. You know, so they see this land, how Esau is running it, and they say that it's good. You know, and they say that he's a good man. But they don't have any understanding, man. They don't know who he is. They don't know what the scriptures have set out. You know? And right now we're playing this play that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has set up for us. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest unto me. So we know that these priests that call themselves priests, they're not priests of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. They're false prophets, you know, which really they don't even prophesy, but they're false priests, man. They don't say anything truthful from the Most High. You know, they just speak peace where there is no peace, you know. They speak love, but then they turn around and they stab you, man. They stab you in the back when you're not looking, you know. They teach prosperity, but they enslave you, you know. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, which happened to the Mashika, right? The the Mexica or the Aztecs forgot the laws of Yabashim Yahushai, right? Not sacrificing blood, you know, what was it? A city built on blood, you know, and that's what it was, basically. I will also forget thy children. And he did. Yahbashim Yahushua turned away from all of us, you know, until those latter times when we're going to be woken up again, which now we see through the brothers and the elders of Great Millstone. As they were increased, so they sinned against me. So Yahbashim Yahushua increased our people, man, with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And as they grew, they also grew with pride. And they forgot who made them, right? That hand that fed them, they ended up biting it. Therefore will I charge their glory into shame. And now it's a shame, you know, to be called a Negro, a Latino, a Native American. You know, if you're not white, you ain't right. That's what they say, right? So now it's a shame that we're slaves, man. We're still slaves to the so-called white man, to Esau. They eat up the sin of my people, and they set their heart on their iniquity. You know, so we sin and they thrive on that, man. They thrive on that sin that we have, because that's how they keep putting out more products and more products and more products, and this man keeps getting richer and richer off of the sins of our people, which a sin is breaking the law. And by breaking the law, you're going out there and you're eating pork, you're eating catfish, you're eating all kinds of abominable things. You know, you're putting on all these different types of wicked ways that Esau has set up for you to do, you know. And with that, he's thriving, man. They eat it up. They love it. And they shall be like people, like priests, and I will punish them for their ways and reward them their doings. You know, so that's what we see now. Yahbashim Yahushai is rewarding us for our doings. And that's why we were enslaved mentally, you know, and really we're also physically enslaved. We just have a bigger backyard to play with, you know. So, you know, you just can't let go of this truth, man. We got to keep going, because we're going to be repaid, you know. We're going to be paid handsomely, man. We're going to have that beautiful kingdom that the conquistadors have been wanting to get, you know, but that Esau has been wanting to get. And that's another thing that the Mexica and the natives believed in, that golden city, right? That golden city. There's a lot of things that they believed in that these carnal people don't understand, because a lot of this stuff is speaking about spiritual things, man. That golden kingdom, El Dorado, that people always want to get to, that they always want to find, they're not going to find it unless they find, or unless Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai, allow them to serve him. You know, if you serve Yahweh Shai, guess what? Until the very end, you're going to inherit that golden city, that beautiful kingdom. And that's the kingdom of heaven coming down. You know, that's that kingdom of heaven that Yahweh Shai has promised the elect. That's that beautiful kingdom, man. And that fountain of living water, you know, that fountain that they also try to find that keeps you young forever. The Israelites are going to be living forever, man. Whenever we're under the rule of Yahbashim Yahushai, the Israelites will live forever, you know? And they're going to be ruling and governing everything, man. That's that power that they want. But that's that power that they can't get. So they're trying to get it in this kingdom, because they can't get it in the one to come, right? Because Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, pursuing after 2 Ezra chapter 6, verse 9. You know, so with that, Akim, I hope that was edifying. You know, we got to keep going in with Yahbashim Yahushai, man. We have to be in it 100%. You know, and sometimes it gets scary, and sometimes you'll have your mind trying to take over, telling you certain things that you can't do it, you know, but you're being tested, man. So you got to keep going, you know, because if we stand with Yahbashim Yahushai, who stands against us? Has there ever been anybody that has stood against Yahbashim Yahushai and is still alive through the Spirit? No, man. Everything to the spirit has already been done away with by Yahbashim Yahushai. You know, now we're playing this role, and we're playing it through. But everything has already been laid out and set in stone, man. You know, so we got to stand with Yahbashim Yahushai to the very end. And even after, man. So with that, Akim, I want to say Shalom. Kal halayim la Yahweh ba'Hashem Yahushai. All praises to Yahweh ba'Hashem Yahushai. Ba'Hashem Ruach HaKodesh. Shalom, Akim.